everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a first impressions. So first impression is going to be, well, I put it on, my comments, my feelings towards the product. So today it is going to be the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. This is a $69 foundation. I did get it gifted for Christmas from my boyfriend. So we're going to give it a try today. We're going to see what I like, see how it goes on. I'm also going to see how it lasts throughout the day. So be sure to look for that because I will put it in the description box below. I am Ivory number 10. So I am quite fair. I am wearing it right now. If you want to know what I think about this foundation, go ahead and keep watching. I'm going to go in first with some Bioderma Sensi Bio H2O, and I'm going to put it on a Shiseido cotton pad. I just do this first, always before my foundation, just because I want to make sure there's no residue left on my face. I also don't like the tackiness of like serums or moisturizers, so I always just go in and make sure there's no excess skincare that has not penetrated throughout my skin. So I always want to make sure that there's nothing left over. I'm going to go on with my primer. So today I'm going to use the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. This is a really nice one. It's anti-acne as well. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that there. But it's really nice. So it is oil-free. It's silicone based. So it does fill in those pores as well as helps with anti-acne and mattifying. So this one's really nice. I only use like a dot in a few areas, a little bit on my nose, chin, and forehead. So more so I want it to fill in my pores. I'm not really sold that primers make your makeup last longer, but I do notice that when I use one to fill in my pores, because I have such huge pores, that it makes a huge difference. So I always use something like this and I pat it into my skin so that it goes deeper into my pores. And I don't use much because I don't want it to be greasy. So now to open up my new foundation. So again, this is the Marc Jacobs foundation. It's called Remarkable. I am in the color Ivory, so 10. Of course, I'm going to be the lightest shade. As you can see, I'm so fair. I did get this for a gift from my boyfriend, so he did do a great job. But I haven't tried the color out yet. So bear with me with color. Most likely it will match because I'm the lightest in everything. But let's jump in and see. Okay, so first you take off the lid and there's like a little, it looks like it would be a dropper, but it's not a dropper. So you open it up and there's like, it's like a silver ball at the end. So when I read online about this foundation, it did say that it has technology with this silver ball that you're supposed to use like 5 or 6 dots onto your skin, and that's all you need. So I am going to go in with that technique right now just because that is what Marc Jacobs recommends. So put 5 or 6 drops on the face and then go in and blend it out. So you could use their Marc Jacobs brush. I do not have that brush. My skin doesn't react very well with brushes, nor do I really like foundation brushes. So I am going to go in with my tried and true beauty blender. I use this for everything. It is wet. So I'm going to go in with that, and that's what's going to blend out my foundation. So let's see here. It's not super liquidy, so probably the purpose so that I don't use too much. I feel like I'll need more than this. Like what is this? It does not spread very well. You can kind of see here that like full coverage, but it's hard to spread. So you can kind of see where I'm putting the dots. It's not spreading super well. Maybe it's because of the beauty blender, but I doubt it. I'm going to add a little bit more just to see if it helps it spread. So that's a bigger dot that worked a lot better than the first dot that had very little on it. So I'm not going to do it right under my eye because I am going to go in with my concealer. So it does match my neck. My face does look a little bit more tan just because I have so many freckles. But when I want to even that out, it matches my neck really well. So you can kind of see there. See the difference? Full coverage. So I'm going to go in, do my chin area with a little bit there. It's really full coverage, but I'm finding that you have to move quick. you could never put this on and then go slowly. Like, I wouldn't do a dot over here, dot over here, dot over here, dot over here, and then go in and blend it, because it wouldn't blend very well. So it is super full coverage. You don't need much, because I'm not using much and I'm blending it throughout. And it seems to be a nice coverage. I probably could have went one shade darker. But again, look at it, matches my neck really, really well. Just my face is darker because of my freckles, like I said. So go in again. I'm going to put a few dots on this side. I do really want a full coverage foundation, so if you don't want a full coverage, I would not recommend this for you. But it seems nice because it's dry. Like, for someone who has super oily skin, this would be phenomenal just because it's so drying. I just have normal skin, so this works for me because it's not going to make me too dry, but it will stay on all day. Do my forehead. You can kind of see there's like a little metal ball. Once I put my bronzer on and everything like that, it will work out a little bit better, but I always look like a little bit of a ghost before I'm finished my foundation, before I'm finished my whole face in the mornings. But like I said, I probably could have went one shade darker, and that's surprising because normally I'm the lightest in everything, but we'll see. My face looks super white right now, but once I have everything on, my number one thing is that I would rather have everything match going down my neck than I would have a darker foundation. So I can always add a little bit of bronzer, that kind of thing. So I'm finished up with my foundation. So next I'm going to go in with my NARS concealer. I'm going to conceal under my eyes, and then I'm going to finish up my face, and I'll come back and I'll talk about what I think about the foundation. What I'm going to set my under eye with today is the Laura Mercier powder. So this is the under eye brightening powder. This is the one I'm going to use for under my eyes. And I'm just going to use my brush set. This is a blush brush, I believe, but it works perfectly for under my eyes just because it fills in that area perfectly. Okay, so done with the under eye one. I only use that for right under my eyes. I don't use it for the rest of my face. And then I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm going to set the rest of my face with this. So this stuff I do have to like pack on. I found, because I normally use the compact NARS one, it's super dirty. It gets so dirty. This one is just the translucent crystal powder, but this is the compact one. I normally use that, but I did try out this Laura Mercier one, so let's see how it works with the Marc Jacobs foundation. So I always just like tap the excess into the lid and then pick it up from there. I'm using the Cover FX powder brush. This is my go-to powder brush. I love this one. But like I said, I do pack on this product because I find if I don't pack it on, my foundation doesn't set. So far, so good. It's setting nicely. It's like not separating or anything like that. I like this coverage because it's full, but it's not heavy. Like, it's very lightweight. It did say on the Marc Jacobs website to use their foundation with their primer. I'm sure that doesn't really matter. The primer's just extra. I really want to try it, the coconut primer, but it's not something that you need. So I just used, like you guys saw, a primer that I already had at home to put before my foundation, and that seemed to work just fine. So you don't need the primer, but it would always be nice to have. So you guys can kind of see there. It really matches my neck well. So as you can tell, like, it matches that well, which is important. So let me just skip and I'm going to go finish the rest of my face and then I'll come back and talk to you guys about the foundation. So my overall opinion of this foundation is I love it. It's really full coverage. It's going to give you a matte finish. So if you have dry skin, it's going to really cling to that dry skin. I wouldn't suggest using this if you have acne on your skin. So if you have acne on your skin, this foundation is just going to cling to it and emphasize it more. Especially with someone who has maybe a little bit more of a mature skin, it may emphasize areas like wrinkles or something that you may not want emphasized. Just because it's a little bit more matte, it's full coverage, so it's going to emphasize things like imperfections. So I would not recommend it for someone who has acne, who has dry skin, or for mature skin as well. It is great for someone who has like normal to oily skin just because it really sits well on the surface. So far, so good. I really, really like it. We'll see how it goes throughout the day. So I'll put that in the description box below, how it sits throughout the day. If it comes off on my nose, if I find the wear is different, I'll put it down below in the description box. So be sure to look at that after you watch this video just to see how I liked it throughout the day. I really, really like the coverage. Again, I probably could go a shade darker or stay this color. Either way works. But I think this foundation is really worth your money. So it is $69, but when you put it on, you only use a little bit. So something like, I really like this one. So this one's my Revlon foundation, the Color Stay foundation. I use a lot of it. So I put like a huge dollop on the back of my hand when I use this. So I find with the Marc Jacobs, I use way less. So I put a few dots opposed to a huge mountain of foundation. So it is worth your money because it will last you quite a long time. So again, I really, really do like it. I think it is worth the $69. We'll continue to see though how I like it. So be sure to look at the description box below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.